Welcome to some style, or lack thereof.
Welcome to some drunkenness.
We are answering questions that people have asked us through the magic of modern technology. Because, as you know, sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Word.
Also, booze.
Yes. So, I'm getting buzzed. How are you?
I am also getting buzzed.
Awesome sauce. Good way to start. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to start a timer so that we know how long these videos are going for.
That's a good plan thing.
Stopwatch. There we go. Okay.
Okay, we are timed.
Okay. So the first set of questions we have is from Tram. Which Star Wars smuggling ship makes a better shag wagon, the Millennium Falcon or the Ebon Hawk?
Ebon
Hawk?
Hawk.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. This is the ship from the game that I spent 45 minutes going on about.
I googled because I didn't know what the Ebon Hawk was.
Well, now you know.
No, I know.
Knowing is half the battle.
So, I'm going with the Millennium Falcon, mostly because I'm not familiar super with the layout of the Ebon Hawk, even with like Googling and such. Yeah. I just feel like the Falcon has, there's Lando's bedroom with the closets and which you don't really see in the later, or earlier rather, episodes, but yeah, there's a little table. I feel like there are many, many places in the Millennium Falcon where shagging could be awesome.
Yes, I agree. But, counterpoint, the Ebon Hawk has these weird bunk style beds things that would be very limiting on your ability to roll away from someone. So I feel like that would be a point for you. Just put you on the outside and then they have nowhere to go.
I will find you and cuddle you. And if you can't get away, that's even better. But this is about a shag wagon, not
You're
a
right.
cuddle wagon.
You're right. That being said, there's the cargo area in there could have a bunch of stuff laid out, which probably in the Falcon too, but
I feel like the Falcon has hidden cargo areas, but not like a cargo bay.
It does have a cargo bay. It is a actual transport ship designed to carry cargo. It has it. You just never see it. The biggest thing here is that the cockpit of the Ebon Hawk is a little bit more spacious. So I feel like it would be easier to do the I'm driving, but you're going to flip over onto my lap thing. Without accidentally blowing up the hyperdrive, which is a possibility on the Falcon anyway. So, also just from a reliability standpoint, I don't want to have sex in a vehicle that's going to explode if we fuck something up.
Okay, ouch. The Millennium Falcon has never exploded.
It just fell in half that one time.
It's well-maintained vehicle. Sometimes.
What? Okay.
I love you.
Chewbacca
I couldn't help myself.
Works his ass off. You are not wrong. But to call it well-maintained is to stretch.
Okay. So I'm going with the Millennium Falcon. Are you going with the Ebon Hawk?
I'm going with the Ebon Hawk, yes.
Ebon Hawk. Whatever. Okay. Ebon Hawk. What is a particular setting that you would like to bedroom RP that you haven't had a chance to do, i.e. The Witcher, Star Wars, MLB, etc.?
I'm still confused about MLB. I'm sure it's something, and I meant to look it up, but all I can think of is Major League Baseball, and I'm like,
I didn't look it up either.
I don't know that I would want to roleplay sexy as Oral Hershiser. I mean, oral.
Let's look it up and find out what it means. Oops. It's Ingrid.
It's probably not going to be my choice no matter what it is. All you're gonna get's baseball stuff.
Major League Baseball.
Maybe that's what he meant.
Maybe.
I don't know. He can correct us if not, but I'm not gonna pick that anyway. I would say that if I was going to do some sexy role playing in a universe where I have not done any, I would probably go with you know what? I could go with Overworld. There's a lot of options there. Yeah.
Oh.
Acts of Cain series for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go for some Overworld stuff.
Yeah.
Like
It's basically for those who have it's basically like if D&D were real and like
also a TV show,
yeah.
but not a TV show. But there are other races. There are elves. There are primals. There are stonebenders, which are dwarves. There are ogriloi, which are your orcs. There are tree toppers, which I feel like there are people who might watch this who would be very into tup.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking
like, so like from so they stand like yay tall and with wings
and proportioned like every sexy Tinkerbell picture you've ever seen.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Aside from that, yeah, because that's a definite. I like that. I was very sexually influenced at a young age by Leia in the slave bikini with this horrible overlord, with chains, etc. Like it's never, in the movies, obviously, like that, they actually, I mean, like I don't even know how Jabba has sex, but like, yeah, the sex slave thing with the golden bikini, I can get down for that.
Don't.
What?
I know too much about Star Wars.
I don't want to.
You don't.
Maybe later, but not.
You really don't.
No, I do.
Later. What's the next question? That'll start us on a tangent.
Have you been in a queer relationship?
I mean, as a queer who's been in relationships, I feel like that's just the default.
Yeah, it's a little vague. I have only ever been in relationships with men. Well, it's sexual, sexual relationship. I mean, I've had some, really intimate friendships with women, but I've never, aside from the occasional, hetero flexible sexcapade, like I've never been in a relationship with.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless you're counting polyamory as queer, which
yeah,
some people do, and then in fact, yes, several. Who/what is the most unusual person you've fantasized about?
Define unusual in this instance, because
I mean, it's kind of whatever you think it is.
I myself am strange and unusual. Hi, Morgan.
I wouldn't say that you're unusual.
No, that's a direct quote from Beetlejuice.
Oh, I really need to watch that.
Yes, you do.
It's on my list.
Your list is impressive.
It's because I'm a baby, and I was socially repressed as a child, so movies that people would have watched, I didn't.
All you children.
Because magic is bad. And
damn kids and your music.
Ghosts aren't real. Blah.
What was the actual question?
Who or what is the most unusual person you fantasized about?
Unusual person.
bend this a little and not so much fantasized about where I mean, like, well,
It's compelling television.
I'm trying to think of an unusual who or what. I mean, short of like, I mean, I don't know that it's that unusual, but sort of like, you know, straight up like werewolf fantasies.
I mean, there are some people who would consider that unusual.
Maybe not in our group, though.
Yeah.
I don't consider that unusual.
I mean, like, how bad, like, if we're considering, it's...
Like the werewolf scene in Dracula was like very sexually awakening.
Well, yeah.
Like I watched that on repeat all the time. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, but otherwise,
I mean, does it count if I just say Silas and Delilah Briarwood at this point? Because that was gonna be a threesome. I'm convinced. They were down for it, and he jumped out a window and fucked it all up.
To be fair, he was bleeding severely from his carotid artery. And like the end was like, even if they were gonna have a threesome, the end result was gonna be to kill him. And if they took his clothes off, they would have found out he had the book.
That's
which
true.
would have ruined the whole
That's
rest part of
true,
it.
I suppose. From a practical standpoint, I guess.
But yes, a dark witch, a vampire, and a rain.
Sexy half-elf rogue.
Sexy, yeah.
Which, you know, side note, the entire cast of Critical Role just...
I like Teen Titan porn.
You know, that's fair.
The first one I ever came across was like some kind of tentacle monster, and that just...
Well, because Beast Boy. I mean, that just
Well,
opens
yeah,
up a whole lot
well,
of options.
yeah, the first one was like tentacle porn, and I was like, that's naughty. And I like it. And then the rest of it, like, then that opened a whole category, and yeah, there's Beast Boy,
And there's Cyborg who can have
but this is
interchangeable...
Also, yeah, but also, like, I never watched Teen Titans as a kid. So, like, I don't think of them as, you know, teenagers. You know, like, to me,
Yeah.
they're more, you know, so it's not, you know, like...
I get it.
But maybe that's part of the unusual.
Maybe.
Do you find it easier to orgasm with someone else or masturbation?
It is typically faster alone because I don't edge myself. If I'm going to sit down and actually do that, it's to get to the end result because I'm feeling pent up.
Fair.
When I'm with someone else, my brain is always thinking about ways I can enhance their experience.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, as far as easier to orgasm, like, definitely masturbation, because, like, you know exactly where to put pressure, what feels perfect to you, you know, like, where if someone else is doing it, like, you know, you're like, alright, I'm just gonna shift my hips a little bit to the right. Yes, right there. You know, versus, like, if I'm sitting there, you know, with a vibrator, like, I know exactly where to put it, how much pressure, what I need, you know, so that's easier. But it's not my preferred method.
No.
Yeah, like, I mean, like...
We want to try and get through these last two before we stop it?
Yeah, we're at 13 minutes.
Okay.
Do you like doing things to other people's butts?
Yes. Yes. Bites, bruises, slaps, paddle, flogger.
I think this might be referring to people's buttholes.
I'm aware. I'm getting there. There's a lot you can do. Don't rush me.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, good lord. Yes, I definitely do. I'm a bit of a switch. Not even a bit. I'm definitely a switch. And the last time I had a sub, like, yes. Having a dildo and strap on and like tearing up that ass, like, hells yeah. Plus, like, like not all guys are into it, which is fine, but like exploring that, like while giving a blowjob, like, oh, that's fun. Yes, yes, is definitely the answer. Do you enjoy watching your partners have sex with others? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Part of it is I love to hear you laugh, even if I didn't tell the joke. And part of it is I find my partners incredibly attractive. Therefore, why would I not want to watch them doing stuff? Because hot.
Yeah, I like that as well. I particularly appreciate like the view that I don't get when I'm the one being fucked. Like, watching, how yours or William's ass moves when you're plowing into someone else, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I could see that when I'm the one being plowed. Or like, how your shoulders ripple, or just, yeah, like how your body moves in places that I can't necessarily see while I'm the one being, also because when that happens, I'm not super observant about anything because brain off, sex, please, but but yes, and also just like I love being like, that sex god, yeah, he's mine. Enjoy him.
All right, on that awkwardly positive note,